History remembers kings, nations remember warriors, but generations remember their teachers. Long after classrooms leechers, long after teachers leave this world, their influence continues through every life they have touched. This is the face remembered with gratitude by generations of students, a teacher, a mentor, a builder of schools, a man whose greatest achievement was not the buildings he raised. The greatest teachers rarely measure success by awards or recognition. They measure it in quiet moments. He did not simply lead schools. He imagined them, built them, strengthened them, and inspired them to serve generations yet to come. Every remarkable journey has a beginning. Every remarkable journey begins somewhere, generations. In this quiet room, on a cool September morning in silence, the child cradled in his mother's arms would one day dedicate his life. Cities shape lives, communities shape character, and sometimes, one child. Compassion rarely arrives suddenly. It begins in small moments, when a child learns that every life deserves care. Books became more than stories. They became journeys. Each page widened the horizons of a young mind that longed to understand the world. The beauty of Switzerland nurtured more than admiration. It taught patience, discipline, and the quiet habit of observing before acting. Every journey begins with a single departure. Leaving home is never easy, yet it is often the first lesson in becoming who we are meant to be. Within these ancient walls, discipline, scholarship, and faith would shape the young student for the extraordinary path ahead. In Feldkirch, language united.
Salvete discipuli.
Ideas traveled freely, preparing Rudolf for a future crossing continents. The greatest journeys of the mind begin not with certainty, but with questions. On the 14th of September, 1932, Rudolf Schoch entered the Society of Jesus. It was not the beginning. In the Jesuit tradition, character is formed as carefully as intellect. Discipline and reflection prepared Rudolf for responsibilities he could not yet imagine. While studying in Germany, Rudolf immersed himself in Indian philosophy. Long before he would set foot in India, he began to understand its intellectual and spiritual traditions. After a seminar on Indology, a new theological center in Pune, would he go? His answer came without hesitation. Preparing for India meant more than packing belongings. It meant preparing the mind, the heart, and the spirit for a completely different civilization. He later admitted that he initially fell behind, yet through determination and long hours of self-study, he mastered the language that would help him teach across cultures. Before his journey could begin, Europe was overshadowed by war. Plans were delayed, but his calling remained unchanged.
In 1938, a man arrived in India, a country that would soon become not simply his destination, but his home.
He had traveled thousands of kilometers, yet his first instinct was not to teach, it was to learn. Rather than expecting India to understand him, he first chose to understand India. In literature he came to deeply respect. Education was never simply about finishing the lesson. It was about ensuring that no child was left behind. Between 1946 school at Dehu Road, this was an early sign of the builder and educational visionary he would become. Over 4 years, he nurtured the fledgling institution into a thriving school, proving that leadership is measured not by authority alone, but by service. Recognizing that strong schools needed strong collaboration, Father Schoch helped establish the Pune Jesuit School Society, laying the foundations for a shared vision of educational excellence. In 1948, Rudolf Schoch arrived in Sangamner to lead a school that existed more as a dream than a finished institution. A simple oil lamp inspired the school's identity. Under the protection of the Blessed Virgin Mary, the name Jnanamata. The first class numbered only 5 students. Great institutions rarely begin with large numbers. They begin with great vision. And then he saw it. Stone arches reaching for heaven. Boys in cream and brown pouring through its gates. St. Vincent's. His life's work stood before him. Chalk became his instrument. The blackboard, his canvas. Every equation, every sentence, every question he posed was a seed planted in fertile ground. Every morning, like clockwork, they gathered.
Oh God, educate us to be useful.
Hundreds of boys standing as one. Behind the classroom door lay another world. One of ledgers and letters, of plans drawn in lamplight. The work no one saw, but every student benefited from. One school was not enough. He saw a city growing, children multiplying, and he took a shovel to the earth. Loyola would rise where only dust had been. Brick upon brick, beam upon beam. With every wall that rose, a future took shape. Not his future, but theirs. Thousands of boys not yet born. Where once there was nothing, now there was everything. Classrooms, corridors, a future. Loyola opened its doors, and a second generation began.
Welcome, Father. Thank you, Excellency. When the bishop came, he found not one school, but 2. Not one generation shaped, but thousands. He knew every boy by name. In the quiet of the corridor, one conversation could change the course of a life. He gave that gift freely.
When the monsoon broke, it was as if heaven itself was washing the world clean. But inside those Gothic walls, the lesson never stopped.
The empire departed. A new flag rose. And this Swiss priest, who belonged to no nation but God's, stood in respect. He believed a boy must run before he can lead. On these playing fields, character was forged in sweat, and victory belonged to those who tried. Every trophy he handed over was proof that a boy from Pune could stand as tall as any boy in the world. That was his quiet revolution, proud of you. Between these shelves lay every world a boy could dream of. Geography, poetry, science, history, all within reach of a hand that dared to stretch. At midnight, when the world slept, the chapel he had built filled with light and song. Christmas spoke directly to his mission. Christmas was not just a feast, it was a family gathering. And in this school of 1,000 boys, every boy was his child. When the school fell silent and the boys went home, he knelt. Pater Noster, qui es in caelis, sanctificetur nomen tuum. 50 years since he lay prostrate on that cathedral floor. Now 1,000 voices sang for him, the boys, the men, the fathers he had made. The years wrote themselves upon his face. His step grew slower, but his presence, that remained immense. The boys still ran to greet him. In the stillness of his room, looking out at the school he had given everything to, there was no regret, only peace, only gratitude.
One last time, his feet carried him through those corridors. Every stone knew his step. Every wall remembered his voice. He did not know it was goodbye.
Today, the bells still ring. Boys still pour through those Gothic gates. And in every classroom, in every corridor, his spirit walks beside them. His name is carved in stone, but his true monument is not made of rock. It is made of men. Thousands of men, across generations.